Okay guys, welcome to 2026 season 2. We're gonna begin this year with a couple of glass and metal tutorials just to get you guys started after the new year. And what we're gonna be doing today is basically making a kind of scuffed up kind of metal material. So what we're gonna do, let's go ahead and go to EV right here, and we're going to switch this out to cycles. This is your render engine. I'm just going to go ahead and just place on the screencasting keys just in case you guys need them. And also what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the default cube, I'm just going to delete this one, and I'm going to delete the lighting. And let's go ahead and add a plane. And then I'm just going to go ahead and scale this up, and then we're going to add a UV sphere. So what you want to do essentially, just scrolling right now, let's go G, bring this up. And we're just going to go ahead and just sit the sphere just on the side right here, right click, and then we're going to shade this one smooth. And what we can do now is go to the shading tab. And once we get to the shading tab, what we're going to do, let's click on our object and we will go to the materials tab right here. We're going to click new, and we're going to change this principal BSDF out to a glass BSDF. So now we have the glass. I'm just going to put this on a render so you guys can see what's going on. We don't have a light in the scene currently, so let's go back to layout. And what I'm going to do, let's go add, and I'm going to do plane. Press G to bring it up, and then we're going to go S for scale, and just go ahead and scale that across onto the side, and then we're going to go R for rotate, and then we'll just rotate this round ever so slightly, and then I'm just going to go ahead and just scale this in on this side as well. So what this is going to be is our emission. So let's go to the materials tab, let's go new. Change out your principal BSDF to emission, and what you'll see now is we've got this nice little glass ball. So let's go, and I'm just going to go ahead and just press Shift D, just move this across so that we've got two of these, and then we can go ahead and just select both of these with the shift. Once my computer responds, come on. Yeah, there we go. Okay, Shift D again. And then just move these across onto this side as well. So we can edit these at any point that we need to. Make them smaller, make them bigger, whatever you'd like, basically. So what we're going to do, let's go on to the shading tab right here. We can see that we've got this nice little UV sphere. If we turn down the roughness right here, we've got a nice little glass sphere. And now because of our lighting, we can kind of see that this is round. It gives it this nice little round texture. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm just going to go ahead and just move the glass BSDF and the material output just to the side right here. I'm just going to zoom in just slightly so you guys can see what's going on. So I'm going to go ahead and change a few things on this later on. But first we're going to add the noise texture, and then we'll add the color ramp. So what we're going to do, let's go to add. And we will go noise texture, add the noise texture right here, colour to colour, and you'll notice that you get this nice little pattern going on. So what we're going to do with this one in particular, we are going to go scale, and we should be at 50.6, so 50 and then 600, just about here. So that we've got this nice little scale going on. Detail we're going to keep at 2.0. Roughness we should have 0. So 0.0. Just take that roughness off right there. Let's see. The next one down we want 15.0. Yep. Okay, so the distortion as well is 0.4. So we've got this nice little distortion going on. Okay, so the next thing that we want to do is the IOR on the glass BSDF is 14.6. So let's go with the IOR. So we'll go 14 and 0.6. so that we've got this nice little reflection going on, and we also have the noise texture in the background. So what we can do is noise texture, glass BSDF right here, and we're going to go color ramp. So let's add a color ramp in here. Color spelt the American way. And we're going to place this in the middle. Now we have white and black on this in particular. So what I'm going to do, let's move the black to the middle. We're going to go and switch through the whites onto the opposing side. And then I'm going to press plus. And this grey one is going to come onto this side. This grey one, we'll change this to a nice little blue. It can be any tone that you'd like. For me personally, I've got the blue right here. And I'm just going to go ahead and just slide this across to where I need it to be. So you can go with any tone really on this. And you can make this beautiful kind of pattern in the background. Now, this is something that I wanted to show you because I thought that this would look really cool. Say like if you just had something that was kind of sat in the corner. But to be honest with you, we want to make this... That's my dog banging his bowl, if you guys can hear that. I'm going to go give him some food in a minute. So we're going to take the colour to the roughness. You'll notice now that we have this nice little pattern going on in the background. And we're going to change this to gold. So once we've got the gold right here, we can see that we've got these nice little textures going on. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to increase the lighting slightly. So if we go ahead to the layout side and we just click one of these panels right here, they've all got the same material, all got the same texture. So whatever we do to one of them will affect the rest. So let's go with shading again. Remember that we've got that panel selected. We can go to the materials tab here and just increase the strength to what you need it to be. And now you'll notice that this metal has got these little divots in there, and we've also got these little patterns going on and stuff like that. So this is a great way to kind of do kind of a bashed up material in a way, if you want to call it that. So we can call this material right here if we go to the section just above colour ramp, just about here, if you guys can see that where my mouse is going around. We can call this gold. And what we can do, we can go to add at the top right here, and we can add mesh. And we can go with cube. So if we just go ahead, G, bring it up, and then G across, and just bring it to the side right here. This now has no material, but what we can do is we can go to this drop down right here, and we can select gold that we've already made. So this will now give this cube the same texture as the UV sphere right here. So it doesn't look as grand on the cube as it does the UV sphere. So if you need to edit this, let's go real quick into this. So if we just let that render a little bit, say like you wanted this pattern a little bit bigger, but if you basically change the scale on this material, it will change inevitably every single object. So you need to separate those two. So by doing this, we can go to this little tab right here, which is new material. Click this, and it should go to gold 001. Now what you want to do with that is maybe name it gold 2. So this is now a separate texture. So anything that I do to this cube right here will not affect the sphere. So we can go ahead and we can scale this down. And we can have bigger imperfections on the cube than we can have on the sphere. So it's a great way of making sure that your materials are in two separate kind of realms, if that makes any sense. So say if I had two objects that kind of had the same material, but I wanted them different, this is the exact way that I would do it, just in a nutshell. So yeah, I think this would be great. Say, I don't know, if you're building buildings or something like that, architecture, different materials. You could also have this for background objects. Games, game textures are great for this. Yeah, so if you guys liked this tutorial, please like, subscribe, all that jazz. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.